Call this public meeting to order, 6 o'clock. Moved by Kathy Regier, seconded by Darrell McLaughlin. Be resolved that the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region convene into a public meeting regarding the following matters. 1. Rezoning, Ross Concession 1, WML Part Lot 3, 168 Snake River Line. 2. Rezoning Ross Concession 9, Part Lot 2, Grant Settlement Road. So I'll turn this over to Christine.
Thank you. This notice of intention to pass a bylaw to remove a holding symbol pertains to the subject lands, Ross Concession 1, WML Part Lot 3, also known as 168 Snake River Line. Purpose of the amendment. The purpose of the proposed amendment is to remove the holding symbol from the subject land, thereby permitting the development of a 1.42 hectare hectares of a 2.51 hectare property with a 2-room school, schoolyard, and parking. The holding symbol is subject to conditions for removal, being the submission of a satisfactory site plan, lot grading and drainage plan, hydrogeological study with nitrate impact assessment, servicing options report, and servicing approvals from the Ministry of the Environment and Climate Change, MOECC. The effect of this amendment is to rezone a portion of the lot from Community Facility Exception 2 Holding, CFE2H, to Community Facility Exception 2, CFE2, to permit the new school.
Any comments from anybody in the public? Anybody would like to speak to that issue? Okay. Anybody like to speak against the issue? Having seen either, any questions from any councillors? All right. We'll address the second one, Christine?
Yes. The second one, the zoning bylaw amendment pertains to the subject lands Ross Concession 9, part of Lot 2, located on Grant Settlement Road. The purpose of this amendment is to rezone a 28.33 hectare vacant rural property to permit a lot addition to an existing residential lot and the creation of a new lot, both of which have been conditionally granted by the County of Renfrew, and to rezone the remaining lands. The lands are currently zoned Rural Exception 12, RUE12, which permits all uses of the rural zone, as well as passive and active recreational uses, a gatehouse, and riding stables as additional permitted uses. The effect of the amendment is to rezone the lands from Rural Exception 12, RUE12, to Rural, RU, thereby eliminating the additional permitted uses. This zoning bylaw amendment is required as a condition of consent application B25/15. If a person or public body does not make an oral submission at this public meeting or make a written submission before the bylaw is passed, they are not entitled to appeal the township's decision to the Ontario Municipal Board, nor may they be added as a party to the hearing of an appeal before the OMB unless the board agrees there are reasonable grounds to do so.
Okay, any comments from the public? You have to come up to the mic here. Make sure it's on, yeah. Just one moment, sir.
Okay, my name is Dan Cameron. I live at 1723 Grant Settlement Road. My only concern is if any changes will affect, like we're on well water, will affect our wells, or if that's already been taken care of, or anybody knows?
Doug, can I get you to speak to that?
In this area, we're not talking about right now about the 2 lots across from there. We're talking about the big piece of property that is being added on to the other one as a lot addition. and that piece of property at this time, when they looked at it, and that said, they're talking about I think it's a 25-acre chunk, and that there should be no issue there with the wells. Okay?
Thank you. Anyone else? Council have any questions? Moved by Dave Mackay, seconded by Kathy Regier. Be it resolved that the public meeting of the Council of the Township of Whitewater Region held on April 20th, 2016 be adjourned at 6:10. All those in favor? Opposed if any? Carried.